Now we have the mediocrity and seriousness of our politicians showing in the latest video, Kipchumba Murkomen CS of Interior to be specific, claiming that if you know there is insecurity, if you know there is goons anywhere, why the hell are you going there? Let's take a listen to this and so that you can
can see the nonsense they were speaking.
Yeah, because these are our leaders, these are our representatives. This is someone who is governing an entire...
Yeah. And actually to make it worse, like it's a security docket.
Yeah. And he said,
wewe ukijua Homa Bay kuna mtu amepanga goons, na police washakuambia kwamba kuna mtu amepanga goons, why are you going there? Siwende nyumbani upange mkutano mwingine yenye haina goons. Why are you forcing yourself?
Welcome back to yet another episode of at Orchards Media. Thank you for tuning in. Remember to subscribe, comment on our videos, like them, and tell us what you would like us to discuss next. So, Orchards, what do you think of your CS, Cabinet Secretary?
It's not my CS.
Of Interior, no? You like it or not? You're Kenyan. You know, once they stand out there, they represent you. So
a person of that caliber cannot be my CS. Actually, let's just call him Kipchumba Murkomen. Actually, even we are not supposed to call him Interior CS.
Well, that's his title, and he's speaking. And in this speech, actually, I had not even heard it well. He's saying that if the police tell you they are goons, don't go. So now we have reduced the work of the police to informing and not protecting.
Yeah, even you remember in the last episode, we said that goons are now becoming more powerful than the police.
Yeah.
Because the police are operating under orders, because probably the police knew goons were where goons were and what they were intending to do, but they could not act because they had not been commanded or given an order.
Well, yes?
They had not been given an order. And seeing now the CS saying publicly, in a public spot, addressing Kenyans, saying that, if goons are somewhere,
do not
go there. So you wonder, what's the work of the police?
And also, how are we supposed to know that there are goons? There shouldn't be goons. That's why we have an entire docket protecting us and taking care of us. So if the leader of this docket stands and says, if they are goons, so now he's acknowledging that these people are there. So it is now us, the Mwananchi, that should now start hiding from the goons.
And you remember very well he said, actually it's the same person who said, the government is well equipped, the country is safe. If you're organizing a political rally, trust us. The government will provide security and everything will go in order according to the constitution. And unfortunately, it's the same person now acknowledging that goons are within, they're within the country.
So funny how, actually, sorry to cut you off, so funny how it is when it's about Kenya Kwanza and, maandamano, we have barricades, we have security, we have people actually working towards preventing people from entering. So according to CS, because the police were aware of this situation, we expect to see barricades. Protecting people, making sure the goons do not enter. We want to see the police there. We want to see an attempt to maintain law and order. So just Kipchumba Murkomen showing us this. It just shows the mediocrity, as I said. It shows the hypocrisy in our government, and it just shows that he does not really care. Because while you listen to him, he continues saying that there is a crisis. There is no crisis. Linda Mwananchi. He says that whatever happened in Linda Mwananchi affected only...
Actually, he said whatever happened to Linda Mwananchi, it was self-organized by themselves.
Yeah.
It was their own event. So,
so
he's accusing them
attention.
They organized goons to fight each other.
And it's crazy. And also, we just see that this person is not even intellectual.
Yeah, for sure. Even you wonder,
the brilliance is not there.
Yeah, how comes he's in that position? I'm starting doubting, the purpose of education.
If someone like Murkomen can sit there,
can be in that position, and someone like me, even me personally, I have not worked in government for so long. I don't have a long experience in government, but personally, I could not speak like that, in public.
So this also shows
any educated person, I think, will not speak like that in public. So you wonder, like, did these people literally go to school, or they just bought them degrees?
And this also shows why we have such a big problem also with the police department in the country. We have the brutality. If this is the person who is supposed to maintain this, govern this, and he's speaking like this and does not even care about the situations that we're in as a country, and he actually says that we should stop talking about the goons. So he wants us to all push as in put a blind eye to this and just move on with our lives without
even the CS himself
doing this.
Is not following the constitution or respecting the constitution, because the constitution allows you to go wherever you want to go, and share your opinion and your views. So you can tell me, like, I cannot go to this place because they are goons, because now that's the work of the police to make sure I can go to that place where where initially it had goons, but apparently right now, because of their good work, there are no goons, and I'm now safe to air out my opinions.
So I also think that this is selective laziness on their end as well. We can say that the cabinet secretary of interior and his whole department are choosing to be lazy about protecting.
And the
they're
government
choosing to be lazy about working.
I don't want us to
because we don't understand why you could just say that we won't be working. It's like they're saying if there are rallies involving anyone other than Kenya Kwanza, we won't come to the streets. The police will just inform you. So he has specifically said that the police will not be involved, because if they have already told you there will be goons, where are you giving them work? Why are you going there and giving them work of protecting you? So it's like saying, what, we're not going to protect you.
We won't also pay them, because we will now refuse to file tax.
Now how will we not pay them, and then
we just refuse to file to pay tax?
This is
because
just
that's our tax money, and it's supposed to be on work.
So this proves that if we are now, it is up to us to protect ourselves. So maybe we do not need the police department.
To see,
and maybe we do not need Murkomen either.
Even Gachagua, Gachagua, Mwananchi, and other opposition leaders said that because the police are unable, or the government is unable to protect them, they'll now come up with their own measures to protect themselves. And I don't want
their own measures now is also goons. And now people will result to having goons for goons. And especially now that Murkomen is like, they have said we are not involved. Now people will result to protecting themselves. People will result to fighting for themselves.
And that will be full chaos.
And you listen to this man and you wonder.
Destabilization of the country.
There were so many people injured. There were so many people hurt during the whole situation in Homa Bay. But the guy says that this thing did not affect the common Mwananchi, that this thing only affected the politicians, that the politicians, who organized the goons. So he's actually speaking like someone who is not even aware of the state of the nation.
And even I don't want to involve the police. Like, I don't want to involve the police in this event, because even some, I think like one police or two died. And most of them got injured.
But because of the whole, people are also trying to fight back and
So the police haven't refused to protect the citizens. It's our leaders who have block the police from protecting
because you're following your boss.
And for them, they just understand order. Order and orders and commands.
Actually, you heard before this, he had actually quoted that even police are not supposed to speak against the government.
When you review these countries that are in clash, like Sudan, DRC, it's all about the leaders, not the police. Even right now, I'm starting to think like police have never been the problem.
Because they have trained guns, and if your boss orders you to do something, you just do it.
And they usually deliver, because if they want to if they want to take us today, trust me, it won't take them even 30 minutes.
And it's just
they'll even remove you from under your bed.
And the fact that honestly the Kenya Kwanza government has been saying that they want to take Kenya to the next step. They want us to be stop being a third world country.
First world country.
And then they act like this. These are minute things that people do not realize are the things that actually define if we are actually going to get there. So if we have more comments speaking like this, if we have our government endorsing goons that we are saying are not a crisis but are still are, we have to ask our question. is this the government we still want to continue leading us? Are these the people who we need to continue supporting?
Okay, I think we have answered that question. That's why we are saying one term.
Yeah.
Okay, me personally, I'm not speaking on your behalf.
One term for sure.
That's why personally I'm saying one term. Or a majority of Kenyans are saying one term because I think they are now fed up with this whole nonsense.
Yes.
And maybe if I ask you, like, do you think Murkomen qualifies to be in that position to be the CS for Interior?
Murkomen is so chaotic. Actually, and he has been the CS for Interior. He was also CS for something else. He has been jumping over the cabinet since this government joined power. But now
it's like he's not professional.
He's not professional. He's not capable. He always has scandals like this over and over again.
Yeah.
You can see the level of thinking. You can see how
I think it was CS I don't know, but he was managing. He was in charge of like JKI. That's when there was leakage.
And
there was the whole scandal.
Problems. I think he's just very incompetent.
Shifted.
But I think there is
and remember again, he was among the people who actually fueled the 2024, 25th June Gen Z protest. Yeah. It started. It was among the key people who fueled it when it was in Gobina show saying that his belt cost 50,000.
I remember.
Kenyans were suffering. People were hungry.
And he was saying,
there was bad leadership.
Rich. I just think this is something that needs to change. We have to have a better criteria of choosing these people, especially because someone like the cabinet secretary is someone that we do not vote for. It's someone that the government just puts there.
That's why you said
leadership.
You remember there's an episode you said like even these police are supposed to be graduates. Because there are a lot of graduates who are unemployed.
So now we have actually, just on that note, we have IBC saying that governors and presidents should not be graduates. So that is off there. So we will have
they're
more
making it worse.
So we will have worse than Murkomen in the next government. And I don't understand the whole thing. The whole point should be to tighten
actually, and you can see the direction we are heading. Because I think these countries like Uganda, this country like Sudan, South Sudan, Somalia, I think they had leaders like Murkomen who are just they are not keen.
Intellect.
Yeah, they are arrogant, and it led to war.
Yeah, and actually what I would like to clarify is going to school and graduating is not about you actually being bright and not about the papers. It's just about the system and how it opens up your brain and the way you calculate and
just
handle problems and solutions.
An intellectual person.
Yeah, so if you have not gone through that system, and university is one of the places that you actually learn skills, survival skills, because now you are by yourself. So if you start telling us that people do not need to go to this type of institutions to learn this type of skill and the way they express themselves.
To be in these critical positions.
Yeah, if you cannot express yourself, if you cannot, and good for the people who have not gone through school and can do that, amicably. But then we have other people who have gone to school like Murkomen who actually are embarrassing us out here.
Are you sure he went to school?
Or he you wonder.
Because most of the politicians
really wonder.
There are claims like most of the politicians literally didn't go to school. They have bought them degrees and certificates.
Maybe that's why the IBC wants to do away with this so that they can stop lying and just be free. Because if you speak like
IBC is just of course they're the one who have influenced IBC to give them a safe environment so that they cannot be scrutinized in terms of education level. And maybe as we conclude, so do you think like with this set of events, the way of governance, what do you think will happen when it comes to 2027 towards the election period?
Now, I think what will happen is now they will unleash goons. And these are small signs that he will unleash these goons, and he will say that if their goons do not campaign, so that is what he has said, that if their goons you cannot campaign.
So that they remain in government.
So they remain in home. So Kina Sifuna, you need to stay home because if Homa Bay has goons, don't go to Homa Bay.
And automatically for them, it's an advantage because
don't go to
for them now they love if you don't campaign,
for them they have the police.
And they're in government also. So if Sifuna does not campaign, of course
he won't get the votes.
But for them, they're just okay because they're still in government. the few people can elect them and
we
they
have
still
been
remain in
saying,
government.
and we have been, I've been
So
saying
it's working for
repeatedly
them.
that the government that is in power, they hold a lot of power that we are trying to ignore, but it's still there. So we really also have to try to reckon with force. So the thing is, honestly, just the way Gachagua was saying that if the police will not protect us, we will have to start protecting ourselves.
So what about now? I'm not concerned about politicians.
Yeah.
Now what about like us, like the
common
Gen Z, the common
and
man?
now
Because
that
we're
is,
the victims.
they don't care.
So what can we do to counterattack?
Now
like,
that is,
the
it is
Goons or the whole event.
now the first thing is to continue creating awareness, continue speaking about it, because the louder you are, the lesser possibility of people ignoring you. So you continue speaking about these things, and then step 2 is do not be intimidated by people. It's good. You see, the way he's saying that because the Goons don't go, you need to go to these things. You need to show up. You need to show out.
We need to fight.
You need to fight back. Do not let them intimidate you. Do not let them make you feel small, because this is still our country. This is still a democratic nation.
And again, do not listen to these arrogant leaders. These honestly, leaders who are not intellect. They are also they just goons in nice clothes, and they have like power, and they're in a payroll.
And I genuinely wish there was accountability for.
I think I think the like best thing we can do is just use our common sense.
Yeah, apparently it's not common, because if the CS himself is not having common sense,
he's not having sense.
we have a problem. so let us try to come to terms with what is common sense and how we should use it.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think that is it for today. Thank you so much for joining us. Again, subscribe. Subscribe. You can see how consistent we are. You can see that we keep showing up. So we would appreciate it if you also show up and show out for us as well. Thank you.
Yeah, be safe. Kenya ni home, and it's our business. Never forget that.